prime Mike Tyson's hardest fight, back and forth action. Can you imagine what goes on when two of the most powerful heavyweight punchers in boxing history step into the ring? Well, that's exactly what happened when Mike Tyson and Razor Ruddock went head to head in the early 1990s. Their fight was not just about coming out first, it instead was about survival, with both the fighters hitting booming blows at each other, where every punch could simply end it all. And guess what? This just left their fans on the edge of their seats, wondering who would go down first. So, wouldn't you want to catch a glimpse of the immense fight that left the world amazed? Let's get into it. In the boxing world, can you think of two names more feared than Mike Tyson and Razor Ruddock? Well, in the early 1990s, when Razor Ruddock with his crushing smash punches had earned a reputation as one of the hardest guys who could drop any opponent in the ring, Tyson, known for his knockout punches, was already a living legend of that time. And this is why their fans kept wondering if Ruddock's power could match Tyson's blazing speed, or would Iron Mike add another name to his list of dropout opponents? So before we get the highlights of Ruddock v Tyson, let's first look at how Razor Ruddock switched on his professional fighting career. Razor Ruddock's early life. Donovan Ruddock, nicknamed Razor, was born in St. Catherine, Jamaica during the tough 1960s. It was a time when gangs and drug agents ruled the streets, using guns to control the neighbourhoods with fear and violence. In 1974, his parents decided to move to Toronto, Canada, hoping for a better life. It was when Ruddock, now a strong teenager, discovered boxing at just age 15. Ruddock's impressive height and long arms incredibly helped him build a successful boxing career. But there's a catch. Around the same time, another rising star, Lennox Lewis from Britain, was also making his name in Canada. The two Jamaican-born fighters would eventually face off in 1980, with Ruddock securing the World Junior Championship title by putting down Lennox Lewis. A couple of years later, Ruddock turned professional and began working as a boxing partner for the legendary Larry Holmes. Despite this great opportunity, his professional career began gradually. Ruddock suffered his first loss to David Jaco in his 11th bout, when he had to quit the fight due to an asthma attack. After 10 months of recovery, he made a strong comeback, winning 16 consecutive fights. His victories over former champions like James Smith and Michael Dokes also boosted him up the heavyweight rankings. From 1986 to 1991, Ruddock was known for his devastating knockouts, delivering 16 straight wins with his signature punch, the smash. Unlike a regular uppercut or hook, Ruddock's smash could be thrown from any angle, making him a feared headhunter. As his reputation grew, so did his difficulty finding fights. At that time, World Heavyweight Champion Evander Holyfield seemed like a potential opponent to him, but guess what? Evander avoided Ruddock, opting for a more profitable fight with George Foreman instead. Meanwhile, another fighter was waiting in the wings. And who was that? Well, he was none other than the powerful Iron Mike. Though no longer a world champion, Mike Tyson was still supposedly one of the best. After his shocking loss to Buster Douglas, Tyson needed a big win, and Ruddock seemed like the perfect target. But what do you think? Was Ruddock ready for the challenge, or was he stepping into the ring at the wrong time? Well, before we explain it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button along with the bell icon so that you can stay tuned for all the exciting updates. Mike Tyson versus Donovan Ruddock. After the incredible loss to James Douglas, Tyson came back to the ring determined to reclaim his title as the unbeatable heavyweight champion. He quickly took down Henry Tillman and Alex Stewart, but needed a fight against a top 10 ranked opponent, and that opponent could be none other than Donovan Ruddock. So this is why, when Riddick Bowe also stepped back despite stepping into the ring to greet Ruddock, only Mike Tyson accepted the challenge, setting up the fight for March 1991. On January 18th, 1991, it was announced to the world that Mike Tyson would face Donovan Ruddock on Showtime Championship Boxing. Donovan Ruddock was undoubtedly a dedicated competitor, but Mike Tyson didn't seem to be too concerned about Ruddock's growing reputation. As a true student of the sport, Tyson fully understood the danger the Jamaican fighter posed. Yet, Tyson knew that only a brutal knockout would further elevate his already impressive status.
If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count.
This may sound harsh, but it is undoubtedly a true reflection of Mike Tyson's mindset.
Difference in size immediately apparent. punch. He stumbled after the punch.
It was March 18th, 1991, and the world was all set for this immense fight in Las Vegas. Tyson came out strong, determined to prove a point, and went after Ruddock with everything he had, scoring an early knockdown. But was Ruddock ready to fall apart? Not at all. In the first round, he answered by settling Tyson down with several straight left uppercuts. By the second round, Tyson landed a heavy right. But what do you think? Could Ruddock really be shaken? Well, he managed to stand his ground. But despite the defense, Tyson knocked down Donovan again with a heavy punch, making him unable to stay on his feet as the referee, Richard Steele, started the count. Was it a slip, or was Tyson's power just too much? The third round brought another hard hit, sending Ruddock to the canvas again. That look of shock on Ruddock's face, as if wondering, why am I fighting this guy, is a classic Tyson highlight. But that look doesn't tell the whole story of what really went down in the ring. However, the round ended just in time to save Donovan, while everyone wondered what would happen next. Though Tyson dominated the fight, Ruddock desperately fought back. Tyson was eager to overpower his competitor, attacking straightforward punches, but Ruddock kept his distance at a safe pace. When Tyson pushed forward in the 6th round, Ruddock tried to control the distance, tying up Tyson's hands when he got too close. Donovan didn't forget to slip in his signature left hook between Tyson's arms, a punch that stopped Mike in his attempts and proved highly effective against his fast opponent. Ruddock finally found his rhythm, landing his powerful smash punch and causing Tyson's knees to buckle. Donovan Ruddock was setting his points in the row, and in the 6th round, he dominated with a series of heavy shots. Mike tried combinations of his solid punches, getting used to Donovan's left-handed punches from below. But with just a minute left, Ruddock surprised Iron Mike by landing 2 powerful left hooks. He followed up with a right to the body and a left to the head, forcing Tyson to pull off. Tyson responded with a burst of right and left punches, but Ruddock managed to land several more strong lefts, even as Tyson showed his toughness by pointing to his chin, daring him to hit harder. By the end of the 6th round, Ruddock gave Tyson a thrust and a disrespectful angry stare, as if to say he had the upper hand. Looking back, maybe making Tyson angry wasn't the best idea, because the next round would be the last, and it wouldn't end in Ruddock's favour. Ruddock then delivered a precise right straight, leaving the crowd excited for the coming shots. Referee Richard Steele had to step in to separate them and push them back to their corners. In the 7th round, Tyson expressed a series of punches that shook Ruddock, pushing Steele to step in and stop the fight. Well, it all happened when Donovan Ruddock was on his feet, and guess what? It caused a lot of controversy among the fans on the evening of the fight about whether the fight was stopped too early. Well, you could easily claim that out of Tyson's 40 fights, Ruddock was his toughest competitor, and what even made this duo was a rematch, scheduled just 3 months later.
Did you indeed respect Razor Ruddock?
Of course, I respect all fighters, but him more so because I knew when I got in there it was going to be a tough fight because he wanted to fight, and I believe he proved that he believed in his mind that he could beat me. I thought differently, but I was prepared for a great fight.
Before the fight, Tyson and Ruddock exchanged some sharp words, with Tyson being Tyson.
You're sweet. I'm going to make sure you kiss me good with those big lips.
Well, deep down, both of them knew this wouldn't be an easy win for either of them. Even with all the trash talk, there was a clear sense of respect between them, hinting at the aggressive but respectful fight that was about to begin. Tyson came out strong once again, knocking over Ruddock in both the 2nd and 3rd rounds, just like in their first fight. Even as Donovan was put down on the canvas with a smile, hiding that his jaw was broken, he still went 9 more rounds with Tyson. Despite his busted jaw, Ruddock managed to land his signature smash punches, but Tyson, a true all-time great, delivered heavy shots at every opportunity. In the end, Tyson proved his critics wrong, earning the toughest points decision of his career. In his post-fight interview, Tyson praised Ruddock, calling him a tough opponent with a promising future. Years later, in 2001, Ruddock admitted that his fights with Tyson took everything out of him, and also marked the end of Tyson's prime. Both figures never faced such severe bouts again, and Tyson also agrees with this view, so there's definitely some truth to it.